Hello everyone, and welcome back to a new episode of Prismata. Let's jump into the queue here and maybe get another mono green episode, right? Last episode, I don't think I bought any tech but conduits, right? Actually, in between that episode and now, I lost a mono green game to Masterbot because I tried building a wall to absorb for a little while, and he was just like, nah, we're just gonna get nothing but green. And he absolutely clobbered me. Anyway, let's go watch Dyran versus Kumbwal. Actually, Kumbwal is who we played last, right? What's going on here? Seems pretty good for Kumbwal. Like, up on attackers. Got a Frostbrooder. Tied on drones. Bought the first Hellhound. The Frostbite's already doing work by making opponent hold the drone. Actually, yeah, probably shouldn't click the drone. If you, Would your opponent want to click the Frostbite to freeze wall and kill Rhino? Maybe. I think that's probably a reasonable gambit, actually. If your opponent gets 1 damage out of each Brooder Frostbite, they're like not doing too amazing with it. It's fine, but not great. And if you over defend like this, you're like just not ever gonna get out enough attackers, I think. Whew, yeah, especially when you have like just these 2 walls. Ow. Ow, ow, ow. I think Kumbwal's got this one. I'm a little surprised to see another Rhino and a Hound rather than like getting a wall at some point. But that's always a tough trade-off to make, for me anyway, in Hellhound games. Is, like, building that first wall is only a 1... It's like it blocks 1 more damage than a Rhino would, and it doesn't build an NG, and it doesn't build an attacker, so it feels bad, right? But once you have it down, you can go back to getting Hellhounds. And Rhinos. And like now, this Rhino tempo means you'll basically never have to build another defender again. So... Whew, really? I mean, I guess, yeah, that's a good Frostbite freeze, isn't it? It deals 1 damage and kills off a Rhino that was going to attack you twice. I don't know, I guess Kumbwal needs to buy some more attackers at some point, or like I'll be wrong about winning the game, but I don't think there should be any trouble actually doing that. Right, here you're getting Hellhound Tarsier Blast Forge while your opponent is like getting walls, so... Yeah, this Frostbrooder really is exerting a lot of pressure. Plus like all the Hounds, right? How did we end up with 4 Vivids when opponent had mostly regular drones? What was going on in the opening that made this happen? I don't know. Oh wow, that's ambitious. Actually, I guess the idea is just like you don't have enough money to spend all your red otherwise. It still seems like pretty unlikely to work out very well, but... I mean... Kumbwal certainly like has a lot of breach vulnerable stuff. A Frostbrooder could put, you know, could put you under some pressure, but it's like 8 attack to 4, so. Don't really think the Frostbrooder is gonna push us over the edge. Okay, great. Do we get matched with one of these guys now? I am in the queue, right? Yeah, okay. Every so often I wonder. Oh. Oh, that's right. At some point I went to the armory and traded in my cores, but I didn't actually spend the results, so maybe we could go do that sometime. Could you get Savior here? There's a lot of Soak and a decent Absorber. I think you're clearly going high econ, or at least third Engie anyway. Like, because of Infusion Grid. And then like Asteri and Perf are both also Soak. I think you might be able to get away with a Savior. The only problem, well, I guess the main problem is that it's Soak you don't really have access to for a long time. You just like building grids, which I guess is probably fine. In an asymmetric game, like you get one grid and then probably you have to build walls, but then you like your Savior Arise and you're okay, I think. The opponent, like, to pressure you would have to be getting boreholes, which I don't think is that great an investment. So I think I should try a Savior here, although like it depends on what the opponent does, right? If they go for something super aggressive, maybe I just try to win with infusions and boreholes or something. What in the world is this? Are you gonna build a forge? What? No. What would you even do? You're not getting a third Engie. I disagree. But okay, this is, I mean, Savior is pretty greedy when opponent isn't even getting a third Engie. But it also, like, once it arrives, it absolutely murders such people. So, you know, maybe I could still go for it. But I could easily imagine just, like, I don't know, what's opponent doing next turn? Probably DDB into Splitter? Against that, I don't know if I really want a Savior. I don't know, we'll see. No, they're just gonna Borehole Rush, huh? Okay. That's gonna make it hard to Savior because, well, hang on. Because they're gonna like kill 2 engineers next turn, right? And I can't really help that. I don't know, I could force field, but that's not very great. I definitely want to forge next turn. I think I'm getting a, yeah, this conduit. Okay, so it looks like no Savior against this weirdo Borehole Rush. I don't think Borehole is a big enough pressure unit for this to be correct, but I guess we'll see, won't we? You get another one or what? No, you get a grid now. This should be a Splitter for sure if you were... What is this? Or well, a borehole, right? Because you've got the green, you've got the... Yeah. I mean, it rewards me for building a wall, which I kind of want to do, but... So, like, okay, they're killing this, and then they have 2 attack. The most they could possibly have next turn would be 4, so 2 Engies defends. Which means I can get a grid next turn. That's $18 left. What do I want to spend that on? Two drones is 12. Animus. I don't know if I want an Animus. I think I can just float enough green to get an Asteri. Yeah, let's just pick up another conduit. Actually, I'll already have enough green for this. What else am I going to do with my money, right? Like... Yeah, this will give me access to force fields. I think it's fine. So next time we're getting like a grid, 2 drones... I'll have 8 left. Plus 18 is 26. That's like... Well, I don't want the Asteri yet. But, I mean, okay, green's pretty cool, right? Still should not be getting a grid yet. I don't think I'm going to be, like, building attackers you want to defend against right away. Yeah, now next turn, 28. Is like a Steri borehole. Is 22, leaves me 6 double drone. Seems good, right? And like the Asteri kind of sucks when it's mostly running into a grid, but I'm like at least getting one other attacker with it. It'll do a damage. I don't think I should float to avoid wasting that damage. Now, on the other hand, like, opponent is only down a couple drones, and they're up a lot of attack. The attack doesn't do anything yet, but soon it will. I don't know. I would have liked to get an Animus. At some point here. But opponent clearly missed a damage by getting this grid instead of, like, these two, the order should have been reversed, at least. Actually, shouldn't this just be a Gauss cannon? Yeah, that's better than a drone. Get that damage going. Man, opponent is defending a lot. Also, they're losing a borehole this way? Really? Why would you want to do that? No, hang on. They're attacking for exactly 6. I don't want a barrier right now. Just pile on the attack insofar as I can. I mean, is it worth floating for a Asteri? I don't think it is, right? Like, how much better would that be? Suppose I did that. Maybe it would be good, right? I could get Asteri borehole is 22. I'd do 2 less damage this turn. This coming turn. But I'd have a better attacker that's producing stuff for me. Maybe this is a good idea. Asteri borehole. Like this. I think I can handle that. I'm not even really floating for it. I'm just like buying some NGs ahead of time, which kind of stinks a little, but... Oh shit! I should have... God damn it, I forgot I was... Kind of a sweary day, huh? Forgot I was killing a borehole. Absolutely should have clicked the Asteri here. Ugh. Now I'm like getting exploited. I did it to myself. Why did I get a splitter here? This should have been a borehole and then a splitter next turn. It was because I was planning to float for, like, I was having, it was because of a different turn plan that I eventually changed my mind about. Which is to say it was a mistake. Now here's 6 damage, yeah. Hang on. Yeah, I don't have any pixies I can unclick or anything, so I have to do 6. But that's fine, like, it kills all their granularity, which is nice. And then I'm attacking for, what, 10 with a threat for 11? This is 7, so, like, a wall is not that great for them. I don't know. Oh yeah, wall plus barrier. But now I just don't click the pixie, right? Yeah. And this is defending both boreholes exactly, which is nice. That's a lot of engineers. I'm feeling pretty comfortable here. Second forge, huh? I don't know about that. So let's see, right now they're keeping 3 health alive, which they can't do if they want to keep a patroller, right? So again, holding the pixie is a mild exploit here. I don't know if I want those 2 force fields. Let's just get a wall. And they have to lose a patroller unless they're going to be really, really sad. So this is defending both of mine, probably. I'm a green short, really? Of an Asteri, which would be amazing. Let's just do this. Yep, so I think the problem in this game was opponent just like didn't get enough econ and built some like not great stuff at the beginning. I mean, they also like made some pretty substantial tactical mistakes. But the overall big picture plan was like cutting drone here to get like mass boreholes. I think there's just enough defense in the set that there's not a good reason for that. It picks off some engineers, but I don't know. I mean, I guess the bigger problem was here on turn 2, right? Not getting third engineer. You need to have a compelling, like when there's defense in the set, Infusion Grid and Asteri and Perforator, like are all defenders. Borehole is kind of like some of both. It's defense in a way, but you don't usually want to defend with it. It's more of like a pressure unit most of the time. So, you know, you have to somehow find some way against these 3 defenders to say, I'm going to attack you. And like, okay, Perf's alright, also an alright attacker. You could maybe try that, but I don't think it would work well. But by denying yourself the high econ and then cutting yourself off even more, you make life tough for yourself. And then like here, this Infusion Grid was clearly a mistake. Gave me time to get my own grid more comfortably. And, you know, losing Borehole on defense here instead of planning out how you're going to defend was a big issue. Just a lot of stuff went wrong. I think I did a good job of, like, floating for the Asteri. Is the kind of thing that I have been trying to improve on, is seeing opportunities to do stuff like this. This turn, though, I changed my plan and forgot to go back and reevaluate my earlier purchases. It would obviously be better if the splitter had been a borehole. Would it have actually mattered? I'm not totally sure. Like, no, I wouldn't be clicking the pixie this turn. Well, actually, yeah, I would, right? Because then they can't make good use of this barrier. They have to either go grid onto grid, losing barrier, or how else do they come up with 7? Like, patroller, barrier, Engie onto grid? That's fine with me too. So yeah, this cost me... This definitely made my position worse. It wasn't just like a technical mistake. It cost. Alright, well, a bit of a short game, but I am behind on recording, so I'm just gonna make this one episode and then get back to recording another one. Alright, thanks for watching, and I'll see you. Actually, no, hang on. I know what we'll do. We'll go to the armory here. There you go. You guys... If you only want to watch, you know, the actual gameplay, then thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. But, oh, what am I doing? It's been so long since I was in here, I forgot how to play. You just press Q. But I remembered I have a bunch of armory stuff flying around, so let's just do that. This guy's kind of cute, but I already have the bovine Hannibal, so Sure. It's, you know, I sometimes search for like Zamora, and like there you go. That would maybe be a useful emote sometimes. What's my archetype? I have googly eyes. That's right. I don't want any of this. Give me the New Zealand drone. Sure. He's kind of cute. Supply, sure. Cheers, and I don't know, buy a unit at random, why not? Seeing a lot of repeats in here. Am I like running out of low tier skins or something? Alright, Black Lab, we got 4 cards. Ampo? I don't really love this Ampo, but sure. I don't really like this one. I think it's kind of silly. Let's take the Gauss Cannon. And, yeah, alright. No, I like my, my actual natural one. Give me another shot at an Ampo skin. We need one. Did I get something? I did get something. It was... well, that's not bad. I forget. I don't think I'm using a Blast Sword skin, am I? I could consider putting that on. Okay. I got lucky. Sure. These all, like, are not really my thing. Selfie grenade mech's kind of silly. I'll take it. Or I'll play for it anyway. Hey! We got a blue guy. Cool. I gotta remember to actually equip these when I'm done. Sometimes I, like, go through the armory and then I log out or whatever, and then I forget what I even unlocked, and it just stays in my inventory. UN drone's pretty cool. Would I play the UN? Excuse me. Would I play the UN drone? Probably not, but most of the stuff I wouldn't really play. 1 + 1 = 3. That's not bad. Shredder, I guess? Tekko Kagi? Alright. Okay, the root beer. We gotta have the root beer. Hey, get out of here. Alright. That's a lot of red. It's another red. We got the Neon Gauss Cannon. Not bad. Alright, so let's remember to actually equip this. How do I do that? Skins. Recently unlocked. Neon Gauss Cannon. Absolutely, right? Like, it's better than the base one. Kind of cool. And we also got a new rectifier, right? Sure. Now, I'm using just the base Blast Forge, right? Like, how do I like these guys? It's kind of cute, sure. I don't really want the... like, I don't know. I don't really... I don't know. The country flag drones, like, obviously I'm not from this country. I could get the USA drone, but I don't really... it looks awful, to be honest. I hate the way this looks. It's not the projection that you might go for. I don't know. Anyway, I don't think I'll use any of those. Okay, well, there you go. A little bonus armory footage for you guys if you're interested in that. But now the episode is actually over. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.